It's good to see you, man. How's it going?
It's good to see you too, Rob. It's going well. It's going well. I can't complain. Just been busy with work, and still learning a lot. Yep.
That's awesome, man. That's like, thanks for helping me kick off this new video series. So I want you to just start off. Tell me your company and your title, man.
Sure. So I'm still with the Bureau of Labor Statistics. We're under the Department of Labor. My title is IT Specialist, but what it is a Linux system admin.
Okay.
So, and I've been here since December 20th last year, 2022.
So I was going to say, if I remember correctly, it was like the greatest Christmas present. It was like right before Christmas when you got the offer. So
I mean, I enjoyed Christmas and New Year's without any worry. I really enjoyed it, yes.
So tell me a little bit about the day-to-day, man. Is it everything you hoped it would be? What does a typical day look like for you?
I mean, there are days like where you really get tied up with a lot of work, and then there are days you kind of slow down. But from what I've done in the internship, it's very similar. Like this week, actually, I did a whole bunch of research. I was given the time to research on Podman containers, so that's what I spent most of the time in. And but prior to this, I was just really busy. I had 2 projects. I just completed another project last month, so I'm happy about it. It's busy. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't get busy. It definitely gets busy. As far as trying to see, like this week is a little slow for me, but I know next week is going to be, we have to do some dev test patching. That's going to be busy on Sundays.
The ebb and flow of the life of a Linux system admin.
Oh yeah.
So Are you finding that now that you've been in this job for a while, does it give you that good balance of being able to contribute and being able to learn in equal parts?
Absolutely. My manager, he, even though I'm new, like he still gave me a project, 3 projects to take on, and I already completed 2, and I'm on my 3rd one, and he's given me that flexibility, and I now can actually breathe more freely and actually use all my resources to my advantage. And yeah, definitely there's a good balance in there. So.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want, I think, in any job. That's going to be the thing that kind of keeps you happy, and you got to be challenged, but you also have to be kind of being able to make a difference, or you're not going to feel like you're worth anything, right?
Absolutely. And I felt like after I was done with my first project, I did feel that, like, just from my own perspective. But then obviously that all changed because I was given another project to take on and another one. So you deal with those thoughts here and there, and the whole imposter syndrome, that still comes now and then to kind of haunt me. But
Sure.
like I deal with it better.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. I mean, there's so much that there's so many different avenues that you could go and everything. And that segues nicely into one of the questions I wanted to ask you, which was, have you been around this position long enough to know like which direction you want to head next? Or are you still in that gathering information process?
I am still in the gathering information process, and I want to be in this process. I want to say a little more longer. Like I want to be in this process maybe another year, just because there's so much information for me to soak up and to learn and to really manifest. I definitely want to.
Well, and we know Linux isn't going anywhere. In fact, what do you predict is next in the world of Linux? We have a lot of potential students that are reluctant because they hear about these tech layoffs and different things like that, and it's like, no, man, Linux is running the world right now.
Oh yeah, Linux is not going anywhere. The reason being, even like just recently, the agency that we're in, we're actually looking to implement AWS, like cloud, like by next year. And in AWS they have their own Linux version of Linux. So Linux is used pretty much on a broad spectrum by everybody. So I don't see it going anywhere. I just see it getting better for us. Like we can learn different versions of Linux, different flavors of Linux.
Yeah.
So it's going nowhere. It's staying here for the long run. That's
yeah.
what I think.
So
if people are intimidated by ChatGPT and all, I would like, don't be in your lane.
Yeah. So what advice would you have for those that are maybe looking at a career in Linux and maybe, still kicking the tires? What would you say to them?
If they're looking to get into Linux, I would say don't hesitate to definitely venture into what it is and how it can be rewarding to you. But also, like LinkedIn is such an amazing source. Like you can actually reach out to people who are like Linux, who are in that environment, and you can actually ask for like, hey, what do you think of, getting into Linux, or what do you think, can I be successful in it? Because when I was doing my Linux, when I was doing Yellowtail's research on getting into Linux, I actually reached out to a lot of the past alumni of Yellowtail on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I had a lot of messages. I reached out. They were very reciprocative. They messaged me back, and so definitely go for Linux. You can do a lot with Linux. Don't be hesitant. And even if you're hesitant, it's good. You have to have a little bit of fear in you. Challenge is important.
So that's interesting. I've always I've been around the tech world and gaming world now for about 20 years, and I always say that it's probably the most benevolent society of people that I've met yet. So it's cool to hear that you reached out to some folks and they got back to you. How's your team and your staff that you're working with? Are they pretty good about answering questions for you and kind of helping you learn these new techniques?
Oh, absolutely. We're a team of 9, and all of them are just amazing individuals. If I need any help, they're always there to give me good support, good backup with anything. So, and I'm also doing a project with a new coworker who joined at the same time, and he's been in the Linux environment for 20 years, almost 20 years. So he has a wealth of knowledge, and I get to, I benefit from all of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. My manager is amazing too. So.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. It sounds like you hit the jackpot then. To see the smile on your face and everything, man. It's good to see how's the family and everybody's doing well?
Family's doing good. My dog Otis, he's doing good. He's right here with me. Always working. He's always here with me. Yeah,
my dog likes to bark a lot, so I have to kick her out. I know last time we talked when we recorded a video, and I had asked you about your financial status and has it improved, and you got that big smile on your face. So I know those paychecks aren't hurting too bad either then, right?
Yeah. It's definitely, it's good. It's good.
Right on, man. So here's my big last question for you. It would be, what do you wish you knew then that you know now? Does that make sense?
What do I wish I knew then?
Like back when you were a student, okay. What do you wish you knew that you now know, having been in the industry for a while? Anything?
You know what? I'm okay. Honestly, when I was a student in the Linux realm, right? Everything was unexpected to me. So I was okay with the fact that, like, even now, like, I'm like, you know what? I'm okay. I didn't know so much then, like, because everything is a surprise to me. Everything is still new to me. Whatever I learn is just going to be new to me. It's just going to be, some of these things are going to be refreshed. So I'm, if there was something that I needed to know, then probably nothing.
So kind of like if you could talk to your previous self 8 months ago, you would say, chill. You got this.
I would say chill, trust the process, don't think about, what job you're gonna get, what reward you're gonna get. Just trust the process and just keep going with it. And that's exactly what I did. That's what got me through all of that. So